scratching and whispering. It's currently Friday night, and I'm having that age-old debate in my head of, do I go out? Do I stay in? It could be really fun. But I feel like I have this weird, almost idea in my head where if I want to be productive and the best that I can be, I shouldn't be going out on the weekends. And I think it's kind of common for people my age to follow like hustle culture and feel like we constantly need to be go, go, go. But it's like we don't. We can chill out for a little bit. And there was that one movie, I can't remember what it was called, Booksmart, where basically the girls would like pride themselves in the fact that they never went out. They never did anything bad. They got straight A's and they were accepted into like the top college of their dreams, I guess. Whatever. Then come to find out, everybody else in their high school who partied and drank and had fun also got into top colleges. So they realized they had this whole like complex about themselves that they were better than everyone because they didn't really give into things like that and focused on school. Whereas other people were doing the same, but they were just having a good time on top of that. And I get it. I mean, in high school, I didn't do any of that stuff because my parents, were very strict. But now, especially in college, I would say that's the one advice I would give somebody new coming into college is work your ass off and go to class because you're paying for it, so you might as well go. But also have fun. I swear, the kids who stayed in on the weekends and didn't do anything, I felt like other people were just as successful as them, and we didn't need to stay in on the weekends. There's a good balance. And don't get me wrong, some people don't find that balance, so that is what I'm debating right now. And it's weird, I feel like. Another thing on top of it is my liver is not as strong as it once was. I swear, freshman year, I could black out every weekend, and I would be up the next day, doing my thing, getting homework done, going to class, and I'd be just fine. And now it's I have too much wine one night, and I'm hungover for 3 days. And the hangovers at this age just hit really different. Debilitating anxiety. I feel like I don't have energy to do anything, and it just sucks. I do miss the resilience that freshman me had, because it's not there anymore. I think that was kind of the time that I realized, damn girl, you're getting old. So, part of me tonight just kind of wants to go pick up some dinner, watch a movie, and go to bed. But I'm like, damn girl, you were lame as hell, 22, and that's what you're doing on a Friday night. But like I said, I wish I was one of those people who could go out and be crazy and then function the next day, but I just can't. And I want to do things tomorrow. acknowledge the fact that I'm probably going to stay in tonight. I was watching this girl on YouTube, and she, opened another, portion of my mind, I swear. And she just talked about the fact that, it's really important to reserve your energy, especially feminine energy, which I have not tapped into mine in a long time, I feel like. And feminine energy isn't necessarily doing your hair, doing your makeup. It's being kind to yourself and feeling beautiful in your own skin and knowing who you are at your core and being able to spread kind of that love and warmth to other people. And I just feel like I haven't really tapped into that. I think as a business student, you're kind of encouraged to tap into your masculine energy because it's corporate jobs, interviews, working for the man. And I think it's time for me to tap into my feminine side. And she mentioned that part of tapping into your feminine side is small things like when somebody who has masculine energy, so typically a male, offers to give you something, whether it be paying for dinner or picking up a bottle of wine, anything, that you just take it and there is no compromise. There's no, oh no, that's okay. They, in their masculine energy, want to provide and want to take care of you and want to give you these things. So accept it because it'll make you feel good and it'll make them feel good. I think I'm just very used to the mindset of I need to be independent. I'll take care of myself. I don't need anybody to take care of me. And it's okay to be taken care of sometimes. It's, especially if it's offered. I would switch mic covers, but this one's my favorite. I feel like the other ones are very harsh, where this is kind of it emulates ocean waves. So I like this one the best, so we're going to stick with her. I was just thinking about it, and every time I need to get in the mood to go out, see, this is how bipolar I am when it comes to deciding what I'm doing on the weekend. But whenever I want to get in the mood to go out, I just watch Tana Mojo videos. But see, she's one of those people who's resilient when it comes to like drinking and going out and stuff like that, I feel like she can do it over and over again and kind of rally. Whereas me, oh girl, no. And like, anxiety is so real. I didn't really understand what it was until you experienced it. And unless you've experienced it, I don't really know if you'll understand the feeling. But I don't know. I was going to explain what it was, but I noticed my demographics have kind of changed a little bit over the past couple of months since I started doing ASMR. It's more people my age. Hey there, what's up? Alright, sorry if there's a little bit of a change in the lighting. My camera died. But as I was saying, I'm kind of happy that my demographic has changed and that more people are kind of my age, because I feel like I'm speaking to friends more than anything. I think when I did a lot of my weight loss videos, a lot of my audience was younger, probably like middle school, high school, and so it was hard to kind of relate what I was going through to them. And they all wanted the same goddamn content, bro. They were like, weight loss video, what I eat in a day. And I'm like, girl, I can only get so fat and lose weight once. I mean, I could definitely gain weight again. I know I probably have. My weight fluctuates, but after a while, I feel like that content gets really boring. Like, the people who do the same, it's like just repeating the same story over and over again. Like, I told you what happened. Go watch the video again if you need a refresher. And I didn't want that. My weight loss video was kind of like the first video of mine to blow up, and I didn't want like my weight and food and like health and all of that to be my main identity on YouTube. I'm like, I have so much more to offer. I feel like I want people to come back to my channel for my personality, not just the type of content I'm doing. And so that was hard. I think I lost a lot of subscribers when I stopped doing weight loss content, which was fine because I don't want people that only want me for that type of content, because it's just, I outgrew it. I'm kind of over it. I tried to keep doing it and you could just tell like I wasn't into it. I feel like recently the type of content that I've been into obviously is like ASMR, but I love watching podcasts on YouTube. I think it's funny because everything always kind of goes out of style and then comes back in. Like, radio is kind of dead, but now we have like a new form of radio in podcast format. And I don't know, I think some of my favorite podcasts are like Violating Community Guidelines. I love Jeff FM. When Tana had her podcast, the canceled podcast, I loved that podcast. But like things like that. After watching a lot of Jeff too, I've been watching UFC fighters on podcasts. I'm watching their interviews. I don't know why it's interesting to me, but I think that one guy, Sean O'Malley, he's from Montana. He's from Helena. I was like, oh, bitch, what? And he's only like a couple years older than me. So I was like, okay, I need to get my shit rolling. Like, let's go. And I don't have watch YouTube shorts, so it's like the same thing. But I feel like that short form content really doesn't give you a good idea of who somebody is. And I want to know like more stories from people, and I know people tell stories on TikTok, but like watching those videos low-key makes me anxious because everybody talks so fast. I'm like, damn, I get to like, we have a low attention span, but the fast talking like almost aggravates me in a way. I'm like, oh my gosh, slow down, slow down, slow down. So I really like podcasts, and I like watching them just kind of on YouTube. I have them on in the background all the time. But going back to the UFC thing, I was watching Jeff's interview with like Sean O'Malley and then a bunch of other like boxers and fighters. And it's interesting because it's like all these beefed up men who seem like they'd be really scary, and a lot of them, they end up talking about like mental health and like their struggles with depression and anxiety, and I'm like, damn, I don't know, it's just a cool look at people like that, because I think, bro, it's Friday night, so I know damn well all the loud cars are going to be coming out. Sorry. But it's cool being able to see those type of guys kind of get in touch with their more emotional side, and just know that like we're all human. And I also like watching more controversial people, because I noticed that I was only watching content that I agreed with. And while that's good to an extent, I feel like you need to branch out and listen to people's opinions that you might not necessarily agree with, but just see their perspective and why they think the way they do. The first person that comes to mind is Sneeko. I've been watching a ton of his stuff, and he is so unhinged, and the things that he says are so not okay. But I can't stop watching him, and I almost appreciate the fact that he genuinely does not care what anybody thinks, and he will say the most out-of-pocket shit. And I would say it's almost like an art, because people are so censored now and so scared of doing anything on the internet. It's like we're not being our authentic selves. We say we are, but we're so scared of backlash, and I don't know. I just feel like people are so quick to jump down your throat the minute you have a different opinion, which I am guilty. I'll be down in that throat, jumping, punching. Like, I would do that a ton, but now I'm really trying to like step back and not be as angry at the people who have different opinions than me, even if it might be like a really crazy fucking opinion that I don't agree with. But I'm trying to be better and expand the content that I listen to and watch, because I don't want to be single-minded. So, yeah, YouTube's just been kind of a wild ride. I feel like it's been odd on YouTube recently, especially with the content that I've been watching. It's all over the place. And I felt like there was a time when, I would say back in maybe like 2020, 2021, where a lot of the content I was watching was like really aesthetic vlogs of people living in like, I don't know, like quaint cities in Europe and all that shit. And I loved the aesthetic of the videos, but I found the people in them to be really boring. Like, I don't know, they just like weren't very entertaining people. But I think that's the beauty of YouTube, is like, to be a YouTuber, you don't necessarily have to be entertaining. You could have a really aesthetic form of like videos, and that can be your art, and then you're a YouTuber. Like, it's different, but I just realized like that those type of videos aren't for me. And I like to feel connected to the person, and I want to be entertained by them. I want them to make me laugh. But maybe it's just me. I haven't seen a lot of those like aesthetic type vlogs recently. I think people are doing a lot of like deep dives and reaction videos, kind of like Cody Go type content. And I love it, because I think it's like a weird feeling of like, if you see something and you're really excited about it, or or you watch something and you're really excited about it, you want to hear other people's opinions. It's just like human nature. We want to feel a part of a community. And so I think people kind of run to whoever makes a reaction video about something to feel like, I can relate to this person. And we all like the same type of thing. Bro, how do you clean these things? Do you clean them? I mean, I feel like you should if your mouth is going to be all up in it. But I feel like ASMR artists don't ever really talk about that. So maybe you just don't. Let them get all grimy and gross. The view right now is really pretty. The sun is kind of setting and it's a little hazy out. I'm going to turn the camera and kind of show you guys what my view is and just do some scratching. Decided I'll let you guys know in the comments, or I'll leave it in the description what I end up doing tonight. Will she go out to the clubs, or is she just gonna go get salad and go and watch Netflix? We shall see. Oh my feet.
always fall asleep.